All right, hello everyone. The problem that I'm trying to solve with this application is, as it says here, analysis paralysis. Basically, when there's too many different options, your brain is having trouble choosing, you're overwhelmed, and your ADHD is making things more difficult than they need to be. That's exactly what this is intended to solve. You've got different options here, so with this first one here, you can sort of input what you have and what you're trying to do as far as making a meal. So, how much energy you have to make that meal, if you're trying to use up ingredients versus just find a quick meal versus the plan for the week, or if you've got guests coming you want to impress. You can enter text. Let's say in this case, we're looking for something fancy and both extravagant. And then we'll say we have a completely stocked fridge. Let's do this super comprehensive one first, and then we'll come back and do the other one. So the way that it works is it's using AI to figure this out. In this case, we can see that this is the first option here is meatloaf. What I'm going to do is speed it up a little bit and increase the density. And so as each of these things are coming through, right, obviously now it's a lot faster, I can shoot the things that I want. Okay, I like these, I like that one, I like these two, maybe this one, right? And then anything that I don't like, I just let it go to the bottom of the screen. And that's what this retries down here does. It allows me to prevent it from making a decision based on a single drop down to the bottom of the screen. If I increase this, you can see that this number of decided is now paused, right? Each of these are going to take multiple tries before they finish, before they're fully counted as a decision. Versus if I come back, now all of these are being decided simply by going to the bottom. In retrospect, I need here is also a text slider, text size slider, so that I can increase or decrease that, but I will come back to that later. Okay, so now you can see it finished. It's got the list of what I wanted to keep versus the full list. I liked meatloaf, I liked roasted meat and veggies, I like all of these, but I didn't, I let cheesy meatball subs go to the bottom. So that's not on this kept list. Scalloped potatoes, fried rice with meat, sausage and pepperoni, all of these things don't show up on this kept list because I didn't hit them. And everything else is on this full list here. I can export this to CSV to Excel file and take this to ChatGPT or my website or any other AI website that you want to use to analyze that. So it's really cool for other use cases as well. In this case, we saw what meal do I want, what I want to make. This fashion / wardrobe one I added as well. Maybe you're trying to pick an outfit that's business casual, but also it's sunny and warm. It'll have to be blouses and shirts, and then jackets and coats. Let's include sweaters and hoodies as well and see what it comes up with. And pants and jeans because it's business casual. Let's see how well it does on that. Again, I'm just going to hit some of these. The distance between these is a little bit too much. I need to shorten and make sure that, I don't want them to overlap, but I do want them to be able to spawn a little bit closer to each other, especially when you're on high density. But I will come back to that later, sort of a quality of life feature. All right, we're almost done here. I can go to the review page early. You saw I hadn't finished that. I still had a few left, but it's got all my different options here. Cool. A couple other standout pieces here. This local events is not connected to the internet, but that's my next step. I want to connect the local events and the travel planning to the internet to fact check and get live data. This brainstorm filter is not very good. I need to do some work on this one as well as the to-do dead weight. I need to think through those, what the best way to approach those is. But they're functional for now. But I guess in this case, it's giving me low friction tasks that I can get easy wins from. From that perspective, it's somewhat helpful. All right. Oh, and then the last one, it's still called freeform paste. I started this out as just like, you would paste in your own list, but all of them have the option to paste. So what I decided to turn this into a way to freeform. So what is the primary goal? Do I want to choose between different options? Do I want to solve a problem? Do I want to plan for the future? Or this other, right? I can enter in something custom here. What do I want to value as part of that? I need to fix this overflowing text. And then what is the desired style of the outcome? Am I going for the innovative option, for the safe and stable option, for the quick and simple option? And then the different constraints that I have. And let's see what it comes up with. So let's speed this back up again. I've been thinking maybe I should save these values locally. Let me know if you've got any feedback about that, because obviously if they're moving quickly, it's a lot harder to hit. And that's where this retries come in if you want to if you want to keep it fast but give it multiple retries. But I think the safest option is to keep the defaults low. I'm kind of torn about that. Would appreciate some feedback. Cool. And then, yeah, it's got different to-do items that I can keep or shoot away. Cool. I think that's it for this feature. Feel free to check out my other video on the main homepage of this app, where you're able to manage your tasks, come in here, edit things, do whatever you need to do, snooze. So feel free to check out this video. Other than that, have a great day and subscribe, all of the algorithm things, and I'll see you next week. Thank you.